There's an old saying that says you should never meet your heroes. The first time that I ever played a game with these three, it was SETI, and I taught it to them down in Max's basement. But here's the thing. They're not my heroes. I'm their hero. And they've already met me. So, joke's on them.
Round 3, SETI versus Dungeon Degenerates. A game I've played once and completely forgotten how to play, and a game I've never played at all. So let's see what we have in store. We're about to dive headfirst into SETI. I don't know how to play this game. Hopefully I can figure it out and get my first win across this bracket so far. That would be nice. I would like to see that.
I'm still a little bitter about Tsukuyumi losing to Marvel Zombies. And that is going to completely color my outlook tonight. I may have been accused of being a toxic Kenny fan before, but not tonight. Just toxic. To paraphrase Dame Britney Spears, I'm toxic. They're going under. Southern Indiana Haterade.
So this is actually really fun because SETI is how we got introduced to Patrick. Patrick taught us this game. It was only fitting that at this time playing SETI, he refused to teach the game, make Kenny do it, which honestly, considering he wants his game to go on, that's pretty smart. So far, pretty fun game. I'm remembering, but it's also like remembering a language that you spoke a long time ago. This game is good. It's one that I could honestly maybe even see myself enjoying more solo because we're not really affecting each other other than taking up board spaces. On top of that, like right now, the reason I came in here for the first time is I've passed, and I'm pretty sure Patrick and Max and Kenny are going to take another 4 or 5 turns each. So I got some time. What do you guys want to talk about? That's cool. Awesome. I feel like Steve from Blue's Clues.
This game makes me feel really dumb. I like it. I think it's cool, and there's so many different levers to pull, but in my brain, I struggle to even figure out which levers to pull. And it's kind of point salady in that like you can do anything, but it hurts because I know that you won't do well just doing anything. And I really struggle to put the pieces together to figure out what I need to do well. I enjoy playing it, but golly, is it just like, for some reason, difficult for me to process.
I hate losing games to people who claim they don't understand what they're actually doing. And in the past couple turns, I've seen Max just sort of explode with points. But he has definitely been showing a lot of frustration.
I'm eating snacks now. Getting a drink. SETI is awesome. I legitimately, I do think SETI is really good, but I do think that I don't know, it might not be best at 4. I don't know. It's weird because I'm interested in what other people are doing, but I'm also not. I'm just kind of focusing on what I want to do. And then when you've passed, it's like, it's a waiting game.
It's been really fun so far playing SETI. It has been kind of heads down as we kind of just like sink into the system, wrap our head around the rules again. And it's so combo like rific that like you kind of have to just dig deep. And so I think we've all been doing that.
Managing of your resources is just this puzzle that it when you start to like see like your next 4 or 5 moves, it gets really, really exciting. And then sometimes it grinds to a halt, and that's okay. But we just discovered a new alien, pretty fun. They're kind of like the arrival alien where we gotta like learn their language.
One thing I really love about SETI is that you can do bad, and I'm in last place, though I have a plan to get a lot of points pretty soon. We'll see. But even if you're doing poorly or you come in last place, I think just the exploration in the game is still so satisfying as you kind of unlock cool abilities, or just seem like even uncovering the aliens, that I never feel bad doing bad in the game. So it's just one of those Euros that just feels really satisfying. I think a lot of that's because of the theme too. So yeah, I really love SETI. So far, mid game, loving it. I'm guessing even if I lose, I'll still love it at the end. So, honestly, if there's one game that really, from the outset, could rival Marvel Zombies for me, it's definitely SETI. So I'm excited to keep playing it, and see where this game ends up.
If you're wondering why I am always wearing a jacket, it's because Kenny keeps his house so cold. I might be the coldest tonight that I have ever been. Ever. I might get warmer if I walked outside.
I started off pretty hot, like straight up SETI boy, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting tired or I'm stupid. I don't know. I've cooled off hard. Trying to be toxic, but yeah, I don't know. It's a fun game. It's hard to be toxic when you're playing a fun game. It's really good, but we've been playing a long time. This feels long. This feels longer than I remember it feeling with other people. So I don't know. We're having a good time, but yeah, I'm kind of ready to wrap it up. And I say that both toxically and honestly.
The game finally came together for me. About 2/3 of the way through, I'm starting to get it, and I'm starting to see things that I can combo and do. In a game like this where there is so much available to you, but like your resources are so limited, I struggled to kind of get there. But I finally got there, having a much better time now. Not sure it's going to be enough to claim my first victory of the bracket challenge, but at least I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time.
So we're about close to the end game here. I don't know the final scores yet, but I'll tell you something. I did not do very good, though I have a plan to do a lot of points pretty soon. We'll see. I had a couple big jumps in points where I was basically in last place the whole game. Landed on 2 big moons, got like 50 points. Kind of jumped to the front of the pack. Then I just kind of languished because I ran out of resources. But you know what? I had a great time. I think playing this after like, I don't know, probably 6 months to a year, has got me ready to play it again if this goes through to the next round. Hopefully it does. I mean, I just love this game. So this is a game I would like to play more than once. I'll tell you that.
So I'm going to say my objective comments first. SETI's a great game. It's beautiful to look at. There's so many cool decisions you get to make. I love it. It may... I don't know, it's my favorite game from last year, but it's probably top 3, maybe even number 2. 4 players is just too long. And there weren't many moments that felt really big and memorable, except the end, where Doolin, I'm their hero. The other day I got a call from Bobby YouTube, who is, the guy that invented YouTube. And he'd been watching the videos and said, hey, Tablenauts was okay, but then, I showed up. And he talked about the level of maturity that I brought and how I seem to be a steady force for these guys. Those days are over. Bobby YouTube, if you watch this, if there's anything that you can do to make their lives harder via YouTube, just dueling. Anyways, there's zero chance I will vote for this game next week. Not just because I'm salty and bitter, but it's just long. It just felt like we spent the majority of the night, multiplayer solitaire, and then Doolin did at the end, and I don't know. I'm gonna find a new YouTube channel to be on. So if you have one, hit me up.
I'm realizing just how badly I've done.
I won. 6 points was the difference between first and third, which is crazy. I got an action that allowed me to steal, or not steal, but like take an extra energy, and that energy made the difference of like 16 points for me, but I think it was going to make the difference for a whole bunch of points for Patrick as well, who came in second, and he was going to go there right next. So it does feel bad because Patrick is the best of us.
Hey, could you be any louder?
The win still eludes me, but it was a very close game by all of us, every one of us, all four of us, super close.
I've never heard of this next one, Dungeon Degenerates, so I'm excited to try it. I love co-op. I have a feeling that I'm going to really like this.
I'm not sure you could find a more polarizing, different matchup than this in the bracket so far, at least. This is like a space age Euro versus like a rainbow vomit punk BDSM dungeon crawler, and I'm here for it. We'll see how it goes. We've gotten the teach down from Patrick just now. It is a keyword bonanza. It reminds me of like a chip theory game, and I'm not opposed to keywords, but we'll see where this game takes us. I think it's going to be all about the story and the experience that we have. So here's to hoping it's good. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see which one of these is going to move on.
Dungeon Degenerate. So this is my second game so far that we're playing in the bracket. It's an old school RPG type, move around, have encounters, fight things. Where this game really does it for me is it's just got this great sort of psychedelic punk, anti-establishment, just everything we need more of in the world right now. That's the aesthetic that's assigned to this game.
Dungeon Degenerates looks awesome. The art is really cool. I picked a guy who looks like the Pumpkin Man from Over the Garden Wall. So it's already got that going for it. That's pretty cool.
And it's a co-op, which also makes it, I think, a little tougher with certain elements of this group. But Max is crushing it. He's killing everything in sight. The rest of it, I'm barely hanging on. But we'll see. There's really not that much left to this first game. So, we'll see how people feel about it. It doesn't outstay its welcome, which is another good thing about this game. It really doesn't take too long. But I don't know. I really don't. This was risky for me to put in the bracket in the first place. And in fact, I let Kenny pick this one for me when we did the conversation about it, because I had it between this and another game. But we got Black Sabbath playing, and we're rolling die, and let's see how it goes.
So good news and bad news. Bad news is, like always, I'm rolling really poorly. Good news is, in Dungeon Degenerates, you actually want low rolls. Low rolls mean success. So, though my die rolls are consistently bad in this game, that's a good thing.
So far, Max has kill stealed from Dylan. What else? There was a lot of talk about a severed head and things a severed head can do. And yeah, it's the art is trippy. The aesthetic is kind of out there, which I think is a big appeal of the game. I think the game is running pretty smooth because of Patrick, because he knows the rules in and out. There's a lot of keywords that he's just kind of like explaining to us off the bat, so it makes it a lot easier.
So first fight, Max killed my guy, and apparently if you just get the last hit on someone, you're gonna get their XP and their loot. So it makes sense for a game called Dungeon Degenerates, where you're just kind of like screwing with each other as well. But that's out of tone. So thanks, Max. I really appreciate it.
I spoke too soon. On this last turn, I needed to roll a 2, 3, 4, or 5. 2, 3, 4, or 5. The only bad things are the 1 and the 6. I rolled 1, spin to luck, 6, spin to luck, 1, spin to luck, 6, spin to luck, 1. I spent 4 luck to get 16161. The only things that I didn't need. Dice games hate me. I spoke too soon.
By the way, I'm playing the Naughty Naturalist. He looks like this. But hopefully the camera focuses. Otherwise I'll look like an idiot. And he, I'm gonna call him Bob. He enjoys walking in the sun, shirtless, with his dart gun. Maybe eating a shroom or two. I don't know. And just enjoying the vibes. Yeah, I think he's the leader of the crew somehow. So that seems like a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's going. I'm having fun, but this game's a lot of work. Max seems to be putting some enthusiasm out in the air, but, maybe he's just making the best of the situation. Again, this is a tough game, and again, I can feel it bogging down with all the keywords. But until maybe the last few rolls, Max has really been our savior in this game. I've just been getting piled on left and right tracks. And Doolin and Kenny, they've just been kind of sliding under the radar. So I feel like I'm slagging my own game, and I'm not, because I love this game. I could never get a sense of how this would play with these guys, and I still don't know. Hopefully they're having fun. That's what's most important. Again, you play for the art, you play for the cool characters, the stupid stuff that comes up. I fought a little leather daddy, and he had a lot of straps on and a lot of hairy parts hanging out and a little leather mask, and it was kind of it was like fighting the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. So that's fun.
So I've gotten better. I realized this game you need to roll low, and I've rolled 6s on like everything right now. However, I did just get this cool knife, which allows me to go do a free quick attack, and I was gonna let Max have it because it made sense because he had the higher agility, but then I remembered he stole my loot, so I'm buying the knife and I'm taking it and I'm gonna have fun with it, and I don't feel bad about it because I'm a dungeon degenerate.
I just like brushed back my hair. I still have phantom hair sometimes, I think.
So Dungeon Degenerates was pretty fun. Light co-op, great art and theme, and my favorite part were the events where things would just kind of pop out and the story bits kind of couldn't reveal itself. It kind of worked in this weird and wacky world that the game presents. But most of the time you're just kind of fighting monsters, and you get the vibes of like how they look with the art, and that's engrossing in a way, but it's just kind of a dice chucky game, which is still fun. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's no SETI. SETI is such an amazing and fun Euro game that just tickles my brain in so many ways. And so like since our last play of it, I've been just itching to play it again. So for that reason, SETI for me gets my vote.
This is kind of a tough matchup because I'm feeling so when we played Tsukiyumi Full Moon Down and Marvel Zombies, I was very decidedly voting for one way or the other. In Molly House and Slay the Spire, I was 60-40, 70-30. I don't know, maybe 70-30. So maybe that's a bad example. But in this one, I'm fairly split. I like them both for different reasons. I'm admittedly a bit more of a competitive guy, which is why I kind of lean towards SETI in that regard. And I do like that kind of game where you're kind of just optimizing everything that you can do. I did really enjoy this. I love the art. I love this, like the punk aesthetic. But both of these, neither of them are like knock it out of the park home run games. And so ultimately it kind of does come down to where's the commitment level? And I've also played SETI a couple of times, whereas this is just the first experience of a sort of pseudo campaign like game. So I think I want to experience this one more, and it's a shorter game. I like SETI a lot, but I think despite it being a tough vote, I am gonna go for DD, Double D, Dungeon Degenerates in this regard. And we'll see how it holds up in the future.
It's tough because SETI I really enjoy for like it's just a really, really well made game where you're guarding your resources, and the sense of discovery with the aliens is super great, and especially with like all of the cards, like there's just a lot that you can possibly do, and you're constantly learning new things. I think that it's maybe the better designed game, whereas Dungeon Degenerates is just like silly fun, and there's a lot of just dice rolling and funny possible. Honestly, I know that it's not the same, but like I like it in the same way that I like a game called Freelancers or like Forgotten Waters. Obviously those games are way more heavy, like branching pathways and like dialogue even choices and stuff, and even maybe a more heavier influence or lenience on like comedy, but this still feels in the same vein, especially freelancers. I think my vote. I don't have a pen, so you guys are trying to hear me. I can't point to it. Pretend Max maybe edit this so that this says SETI, but that's my vote. So yeah, right here.
Still a little bitter about Tsukuyomi losing to Marvel Zombies, and sometimes you gotta embrace that bitterness. SETI is a great game, but it's a heads down, do your own thing. We laughed some at the end last time because Doolin just was a Doolin at the end. Anyways, so my vote, to paraphrase Wet Leg, Mommy, Daddy, look at me. I went to Kenny's basement and I got the big D.
We have just finished up a playthrough of Dungeon Degenerates, and we're coming at you to do our review and discussion and reveal of SETI versus Dungeon Degenerates. So, let us start at the beginning. What were your expectations for this matchup coming in?
I have no idea, because they're two very different games, and I still don't really feel confident about what my vote was.
Me neither.
like how do you compare just chaos and silliness
To
with
science.
Yeah, and
It's like science versus Satanism. That's what I was thinking the title might be.
is that gonna be the what's
The thumbnail?
the keyword?
Yeah, yes. The giveaway keyword, yeah, good idea.
As a crazy leftist, I think this is amazing that we've gone science versus Satanism, because it's my two favorite things.
Normally they're not at such an odds with each other. Kenny, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I thought SETI was going to blow the game out of the water, because I've never even heard of this game. And SETI is like number 15 on the BGG Top 100, so...
We are not slaves to the BGG system.
We've never claimed that.
Some of us aren't.
Are you saying you are?
No.
I believe it.
Kyle might be.
Kyle might be.
Patrick might be.
Yeah, I think
I'm not.
I fall in line with everybody in the sense that like I'd basically seen this box cover, and that was like my extent of knowledge about
further than
Dungeon Degenerates.
But-
yeah, it was a game I knew about, but
Yeah, and I remember Patrick pitched this to us on the podcast as the game he would potentially pick. Like, he had a couple options. And I think we all gravitated towards this because of the box art.
yeah, it's striking.
Striking, yeah.
And SETI is not an ugly game by any stretch of imagination, but like you talk about beige Euro, SETI is not that. But in comparison to this,
That's fair.
it is a beige Euro. In
No killer at all.
comparison to this, so yeah, two wildly different games and experiences, and I think that our plays also represented two wildly different
100%.
games and experiences. Let's talk about Dungeon Degenerates first. Kenny, how you feeling right now? I know SETI's one of your babies. This is going up against that. What do you think after a play of Dungeon Degenerates?
I think it's pretty fun. I think it is, it's, at its core, it's just kind of like a dice rolly, dice chucky game. And it's kind of like that kind of game without all the miniatures. So there's a lot more abstraction. And you just kind of get given cards with, very cool art on it. And there's not like the position and jockeying like you might find like in a dungeon crawler, but it still has kind of the same feel of like you're activating special abilities, you're getting loot, and you're really just traveling this the overworld of this big map. So it's fun. I think it gets a buy a lot on the. I think it's a buy a lot because of Patrick, because he knows the rules so well.
That's a great point.
I feel like if we didn't have Patrick as like our Sherpa in this game, it would have been a clunkier experience.
That was a real dichotomy of life itself, because you just dabbed and also cracked several bones in your body while you were dabbing.
Yeah, I could floss, but I would dislocate a hip.
I think you nailed it, Kenny. This is such an a wild difference from SETI, and I think that if Patrick weren't here, we would have been so bogged down in the keywords that this would have been a much different experience.
Yeah.
So I think that if you are someone interested in this game, it is worth mentioning, if you do not have someone who is well versed in Dungeon Degenerates, that you are going to have to struggle and learn through those keywords for a little bit. None of the keywords are hard. I think of something like Too Many Bones and Cloudspire, in which like it takes you time to parse through what each keyword does. This is not that. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you still have 50 keywords that you have to find on a page and on a printed out sheet aid that you've given to us.
Yeah.
So we are blessed with Patrick here.
And that's the other thing. That was something I printed off of BGG.
Yeah.
This game is unruly. There are, we've mentioned keywords, but there's tokens that you're sticking everywhere that you're having to remember to look at. There's so many things about this game that really make it cumbersome. And yeah, it almost benefits to have someone sort of running it like a DM, which wasn't really the case with this tonight. But yeah, I told him from the get-go, just let me worry about a lot of the fiddly stuff. Let's just play the game. For me, this color, this board, this is why I love this game. It is all aesthetic. It is all form over function for me almost. This is my jam. I love psychedelic. I love completely absurd. I love the punk aspect of it.
We didn't take drugs though.
No, we had opportunities to find drugs and we didn't.
Surprisingly, actually.
We didn't spend enough time, I guess. So.
Yeah.
What I love about this game, and I'm learning games like it, is that you don't take it very seriously.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
I have a hard time even grokking that people would complain about, like, I don't understand, like, parts of the board. It's like, just move on, right? Like, just go on to something else. Because just don't take it too seriously and just enjoy the ride. Because it is very luck dependent, but it's also very funny. Like, we were laughing a ton while playing this game.
So moving on from the rainbow vomit of Dungeon Degenerates.
Rainbow vomit.
Yeah.
That's a good category.
you.
Good genre.
How do you feel about SETI in general?
Completely different.
I love SETI. It is. I think I mentioned on the podcast, but the past couple years at least, it's my favorite Euro. Has kind of emerged. It has like that great hard sci-fi theme. It's a fun Euro that isn't like particularly rote because everything's card driven. And I think it has a great sense of discovery with all the alien stuff that you uncover every game. So for me, it really works. It's very tactical, so I think like if you don't like that in a game, like I can see that I can push you off, but like I think it's such a great game. I think like probably the biggest detractor is its length, but otherwise it's a banger. A+ for me.
What about you?
I love it. It's just like we joked about this when we were playing it, but it tickles my brain, and I just get really excited as I try to figure out like how combos work. And really, I think with our play, it was long, but on everybody else's turn, I still was trying to figure out my next turn.
Yeah.
Like I never really sat there too long, like with my next turn like fully planned out, because there's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, it's a thinky game, and the whole time I'm just like, if I do this, then I can do that, and then if I do that, it's almost like like those combos that you get in roll-in rights, but like on a much larger scale. And what you said about the aliens, like, is the best part of the game to me. Like when we finally like stop for a second and we reveal what's gonna like get added to the game, and it's a whole other part that like is gonna change scoring and change the way that you're gonna play it. It's really neat that it breaks that up.
Yeah, agreed. It is the one thing that like makes me feel so conflicted on these is like, yeah, SETI's long, but I agree with you. It doesn't feel like by the end of the game 4 hours has passed.
Yes.
But that 4 hour period, I'm not sitting there like Jeopardy theme playing, waiting for someone's turn to end, because
100%.
it is so brain burny. But at the same time, that also means that it feels that way in the sense that like I don't feel each other's presence around the table.
Not really, no.
As much as I want to.
Although.
And there's some race elements in SETI. There's some interaction of who can get to what first and who can
Alien
do
races.
things. and alien races. They also exist in the game. So, like, I don't think that SETI is solitaire, or even if it is, if it's a bad thing. But something like this does give me a completely different, again, we talked about the juxtaposition of these two, but a completely different feeling when you're at the table when SETI has everything but each other, and this has nothing but each other. It really is kind of like what the core focus of each play is. So it's really tough for me. This is the most 50-50 I've been on a matchup so far to this point, where I haven't really felt overly compelled to put one over the other. It's easily the most conflicted I've been on choosing my vote.
I think I agree.
If I were able to be objective, which I'm not,
None of us are, Patrick.
on this particular bracket, I would agree with everything Max said, that it was a 50-50. For me, it was a 100-0.
Wow.
And that was because I've become very petty over SETI.
Petty over SETI.
For 4 hours, I felt like for 3 hours and 59 minutes, I felt like I played a near perfect game. I didn't even feel like I was in the room with anybody else. It was just me and SETI. And I have no idea what these three were doing, and that didn't matter. Even if I knew what they were doing. Dueling! I hate what that game did to me. Because I don't care about winning. And I cared so much about that.
I was like Iron Man with those Infinity Stones.
He just came out of nowhere at the end. You know what he did? The game was over, and he won after it ended. Like, we've all lost games like that, right? Where you've played the whole game, and you're just...
That was me and Tsukayumi with you.
Yeah. Yes, but no, it's not the same. No, it's not the same, because Tsukayumi was awesome. And that also tinged my bitterness, because then I go home and I watch that video and I see all the secret video of Kenny saying, I'm going to take it personally if Marvel Zombies doesn't win. And there was this whole guilt ride that we went on. And I fell for it, and I voted for Marvel Zombies over Tsukayumi, which was the better game. And so, no. There was zero chance. I had no objective, and I feel bad. But in competition, sometimes it's impossible to be objective. SETI's super fun. I love it.
First game we ever played with you.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
This is how narratives are built in this bracket. So let's see what happens with this. Before we reveal the winner of today's matchup, Patrick, with your rage, go ahead and give us a keyword.
Dueling! But you have to type it in the loudest way possible, because I've said that so many times.
Good luck identifying that, Max.
I'm going to have to manually filter out this. That's great, Patrick.
Can you tell us a certain number of O's and L's and I's?
Just make like your parents and put it in all caps.
Is that a...
Dueling. Yell at me somehow.
Yeah. All right. And the winner is...
It's taped together.
Reveal.
Double D.
It's Double D's. Takes down SETI. Kenny, your reaction. How you feeling? That encompasses it?
Upsetty.
Kenny's upsetty spaghetti over here, man.
This is like the biggest upset we've had in this bracket, I would say.
I don't know. Slay the Spire losing to Marvel's or to Molly House was
pretty big to me.
I had never heard of Degenerates before this whole thing. I've heard of Molly House, so I don't know.
Make Marvel Zombies
If you could
lose.
sacrifice Marvel Zombies for SETI,
SETI.
would you?
Oh, I would, yeah.
You would?
What?
You would sacrifice Marvel Zombies for SETIs?
Good. I hope it hurts.
Because here's the thing.
In a just world, SETI
know that
wins
you like
this, but
saying that
this
much.
is not a just world we live in anymore.
This is a degenerative world.
Here's the thing.
Exactly.
SETI is a game like I want to play more to get better at, right? And I want to,
You probably should, honestly.
You finished fourth.
I did finish fourth, but I love
I don't think I've ever
exploring.
made Max cackle like that on camera.
But I
That's
love exploring all the options in the game, and I think there's just so much to discover.
I'm sorry, Kenny.
I'm crying. Oh my god.
My game is lost. Now you guys are giving me shit for being in 4th place?
Yes.
God.
It wasn't just that you were 4th place. It was how you came 4th place.
I was real bad. I admitted it.
You got on the 2 coolest moons.
I did. I did. But our very first game we played together, I won. So
SETI rules, and I'll play it. But I'm gonna enjoy drinking your SETI tears.
I voted for SETI, Kenny.
I know.
But man, that's a great game. Oh, gosh, this had no business being But you know what? Also, in a Just World, this would have gone head to head with Slay the Spire.
Are you?
That would have been a fair.
Here, Kenny, that it's me and you almost always voting against him.
Yeah.
Except for the one time where he voted and he's really upset about it.
Yeah, he apparently voted in guilt. So.
Yeah.
You leave me hanging.
Should we just vote for Marvel Zombies?
Should we just redo the entire bracket and do Patrick and Max versus Kenny and Doolin?
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe we're onto something.
We've not gotten to any of my picks yet. Can we not?
But listen, none of your picks have lost either.
I know, but we've not played any of them.
Yeah, that's fair. The next time you see Dungeon Degenerates, it will be up against either, I've already forgotten.
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica or Bus, the 2 B games, from DD to BB.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica
either
and Bus.
A show or a game about a show.
Or delivering
Really
people
cool.
to their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or driving a bus.
Or driving buses.
Sounds so
Commutes.
cool.
I can't wait.
Just kidding. I think I'm gonna like it.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a comment with the word
Dolan
to be entered in for today's giveaway. Make sure you join the Discord link in the description if you want to be there and be ready for the second brackets entry, which we're still a ways away from. But stick around with us here on the channel and in the Discord, and we will see you next time.
Dolan.